Guys, what's going on? It's Dave, Mr. White LS1. Thank you for joining me today in the carburetorsuck.com garage. I appreciate it. So, got the truck out, ran my marathon, 4 trails, 1 day. She made it all the way to the end, baby. So if you haven't checked out that video, please do. I'm going to roll some video of it right now. Some highlights of it out on the trail. Yeah, so watch that real quick. And when we come back, we'll talk about the future of the truck. Yeah, we got a lot of big plans that are going to be happening pretty quick. So check out the video, and then I'll see you back here in a sec.
You up for this? So you're gonna be close to rubbing over here.
Yeah, I know. How we looking? Good?
Yeah, I think you can turn now. How are you gonna do this?
I'm just gonna kind of go straight out.
Stay right on that ledge.
Turn left up that ledge, or just stay straight here?
Straight right on. Go traction on these circuits. Woo, baby. Whoa, hold on, I need a picture.
Haven't done that too much with this sucker. You get the fucker factor yet?
Yeah, a little bit.
Alright, you ready? One more? One more.
I think you can get a little more out of it.
Can I drive through this?
Yeah. I can stand under that tire. Yeah, buddy. Now it'll start coming down.
I gotta keep my arm out.
That was... Woo! That was fun. I didn't expect that. That was perfect. I don't think you could have done any better on that. Way to go, Dave, when you watch this.
The good line right here? Let me know if anything looks funny, Dave.
This one step down, you're about ready to fall one of the step down.
I think I got sliders, eh?
Yes, the thing.
Yeah, I didn't go this way last time. I started like hard left, and then it slid me into that rock. It got my door a little bit, but it's still. If we're gonna hit rail on that one too.
Yeah, because you're gonna go up right now, and you're at the top, then go back down. You're up and off right. You're coming down it right now.
All right, so let's talk about the truck a little bit. I did not get on camera the action that happened right here because the lens cap was on, and so it was pretty cool. I had Brent with me, so he's been a subscriber for a little while. He was coming down for LS Fest. All right, guys, what's up? We just completed Devil's Peak, so the second trail on our 4-trail marathon.
Awesome.
So I got Brent with me, and that project garage on YouTube, so he's getting ready to start some builds. He's got a lot of ideas.
Yeah, a lot of ideas.
So,
a lot of projects.
So we've been having an awesome day. And he did some wheeling with me, so he did my camera. He did the camera for me for a little while, and it was pretty cool. He rolled along with me for, I don't know, from like 8 to 5, and pretty cool dude. So maybe I'll have him down here next year for the next marathon. But anyway, so let's talk about the truck a little bit. No real damage other than this here. You know, ran good the whole time. The auto held up. Didn't damage the drive line again. One thing I did do is took out one of these BFGs, kind of sliced on the side. I think I had sliced the side on a previous trail, but I think I just, this other trail I was on, there were a lot of jagged rocks and it got it. So these mud terrain tires, they're a good price, but they got a pretty weak sidewall. So if you're gonna be like doing some like heavy rock crawling or something, I would like suggest I don't know, maybe a different route or something. I don't know, but something with a stronger sidewall, because these sidewalls, they don't hold up that well. So anyway, so that's I think it's my second or third one that I've done that I busted the sidewall on, and it just kind of, I know they're really not made to be crawling around in the rocks that we're doing. That's why they make the crawlers. But in my opinion, with the wheeling I'm doing, they're probably not that good of a choice. So I need to get my 37s mounted up and go from there. Now, another problem that I'm having, as far as the reason why I'm not going with the 37 so soon, is, as you know, we had the SM465 in there before, right? And so that with the 5.3 and the LS9 cam, it wasn't bad. It was working out. Didn't have any issues. Nice low gear. Now that I'm not having such low gears, it's only got a 2-to-1 transfer case, and when it gets bound up, the front and rear is trying to climb. It has a little bit of hard time moving the vehicle. So, and I tap it on the same trail on the same spot both times, and I don't like it that much. So this is what's going to happen. All right, so I'll talk about the body first, and then we'll talk about engine second. So let's talk about body. So we all know where this truck's going, right? I want to do a lot more wheeling with it, and it's going to turn into, you know, my full-time wheeler. And now's the time that I got to start doing some stuff to it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the bed off. Bed's going away. All right, I would dovetail the bed, but I don't know. I think flatbeds, I could build a flatbed for not too much. That would look, I think, pretty good. So I've got a couple of ideas that I found online from some people who did them, and if you guys have, you know, like pictures or something like that, you know, please send them over. You have a link to a build thread where you've seen a cool one, throw it down in the comments, but my email is down in the comment section. So if you got, you know, any kind of advice for me or whatever, let me know. So the plan is I'm going to shorten it 10 inches, so probably like where you see between those two standoffs there, let's see, at the frame. Yeah, anyways, between those two, let's see, I'm too far back, I think. So in between those two standoffs, I'm going to take 10 inches out. I'm going to relocate the tank up front, elevate it a little bit, up a little bit, and then that way I can a little bit past the dealio here. I will just cut it off, and then what I'll probably end up doing is just taking these ends off of here, these big ends, and maybe, I don't know, welding it to the frame. I don't know. I'll see how it looks when I'm done with it. I don't know. But anyway, so that's the plan for the back. We're going to do a nice, simple, clean flatbed. It's probably going to come out, go in, be like run in here somewhere, and then come over. So it's going to be, it's not going to cover the wheels. It's going to be on the inside of the wheels. And I think it'll come out pretty good. So I think the material for that, it shouldn't be too pricey. And I think I can pull that off. So that's it for the back, all right? There's just too much body. There's too much truck to be running the kind of trails that I'm running. And if I don't, you know, do it, the rock's going to do it for me. And I just feel like I can build a pretty nice looking flatbed that, you know, won't look like too janky, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm going to do. All right, so on the front, and then obviously we're going to have to like redo the sliders. So I might be able to like cut them down and rework them a little bit or something. I don't know, make a new crossbar, or I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there. On the front, I'm going to, and I've been talking myself out of it for a long time, but I got to dove nose it at least a little bit. So probably I'm going to get in here and figure out how much room I actually need, because I'm not getting rid of the AC or anything, because that's awesome to have while I'm wheeling. But I want to make it look as clean as possible. That way I can still cruise it around on the street. I mean, these fenders aren't too busted. I mean, I could pound some of this stuff out. And this right here, I can kind of pound it out. And, you know, they're going to bump into some stuff, you know, out on the trail anyways. But I do need to dove nose it. I'm not exactly sure how much I'm going to bring it in. Like I said, if you guys have a build thread that you've been checking out that has something cool like that, or you know, guys have some pictures, you know, send them over, whatever, of, you know, your project, or, you know, of somebody, just to kind of get some ideas. That would be kind of awesome. So that's the plan. So we're gonna be dove nose in the front. So it's gonna take, I think it's gonna take a lot of work kind of to do it, just because I'm gonna cut, what I plan on doing is I'm gonna cut a strip out on each side, and then that way I can retain the light buckets and everything. So move it in, and then I'll cut down the grill a little bit, so that shouldn't be too rough. The grill's kind of square, so that shouldn't be too hard. What else? yeah, I don't know. I'm shortening it, so I'm gonna have to shorten the drive line, but then I really want, you know, I really would like to do the doubler, so I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to swing that for a while, just because of the cost of it. All right, so anyway, so that's pretty much it with the body. We're gonna dove nose the front, build a bed for the back. I'm probably gonna start with the bed stuff first, just because I think the front stuff is gonna take a little time. And let me tell you about what we're doing with the front. Okay, so we talked about dove nosing it, so obviously it's going to take some fender work, it's going to take some core support work, it's going to take some hood work. Now I've seen some people do pretty clean jobs with the hoods as far as, you know, trimming them, and then they, you know, add like the sides to it once they trim it, and then, you know, they move this stuff over so everything kind of looks cool. I don't know if I can pull that off. I don't know if I'm as skilled as that, but we'll see. Once I get it over and I do my measurements, I'll kind of figure some things out, and we'll see what happens. So I just, like I said, when it's done, I mean, it's probably going to still be primered, but obviously, but I just want it to look as clean as possible. That way when you look at the truck, you're like, hey, that's kind of, it looks different, but you know, it doesn't look like way, you know, like Mad Max. So that's it. All right, so power situation, right? We got a low end torque problem because I got this LS9 cam in here, and it's a 5.3. So even though it's a 5.3 with higher compression, it's still, it ain't happening with that auto. So I definitely do need to get a doubler. I think I'd like to retain these 411s with the doubler. I think that would be a pretty good combo with the 37s. You know, I think I could live with that, but you know, I want to do that first before I re-gear it because I like the way it cruises on the highway. You know what I'm saying? All right, so this engine's coming out. We are going to put the iron LS1 in here, and then this engine, I'm probably going to recam it to the stock 5.3 cam and then pop it into the 20. And so what I'm going to end up doing is I'm just going to connect it to all this stuff here, and I just put it all in at one time because I hate putting those things in from underneath the truck. So that's going to be the plan. So this is going to be my tow power plant, which I'm fine with. It's got plenty of power to tow a trailer and all that stuff, so I ain't sweating any of that, and it's a good running engine. So I would have probably kept the LS9 cam in here, but I'm going to keep the headers in here, and I don't want to buy a new set of headers because I already got that thing mocked up with manifolds, and the whole exhaust is all done. I just got to weld it, but it's all mocked up. So that's the plan. So hopefully I'm not talking your ear off. So basically the future of this truck is we're going to shorten 10 inches. I'm going to cut the frame off a little bit past the shackle flip back there. We're going to move the tank up. I don't know if it's going to stay in the back. It's probably going to come up towards maybe the cab. It's still going to be, I'm just going to raise it up to where it clears everything and nothing's going to touch it, and it's out of the way of the rocks. And then that's one less thing I have to worry about dragging on stuff. And then so once I do the dove and put the flatbed, then I can do the 37s. I don't have to really worry about them rubbing too much. I'm still going to have issues, I know, up here, maybe with them rubbing the back, but we're going to push the axle up here in a little while once I get my crossover steering stuff. So like I said, I'm working on that. So but one day when I get some funds, I will do that. But how it performed on these trails, it performed really well, actually. It did good. It's just big, and it's hard to get through some stuff, and I gotta go slow because of the leaf springs. You know, I can't keep up with them coiled Jeeps. Call me old or something. I just don't feel like my kidneys are gonna pop out or something. I don't know, but that's it. So yeah, I don't know. What am I missing here? Anything? Am I missing anything? Just too much body for the trails that I'm running, and I want to do more cool stuff, and so yeah, I don't know, the body's pretty much banging into everything, and it's not as much fun as it would be if I had some more clearance. So I guess that's why people do that, is because it's too big of a truck. So yeah, it's either that or buy a Jeep, and we don't want to do that, right? So anyway, so engine, dove nose, flatbed, coming up. Alright, I just wanted to go over the engine bay a little bit, just looking in here, and as far as, you know, the dove nosing stuff goes, I got a lot of stuff to consider because I got my big fuse box panel there, and then obviously we got to relocate that, relocate the battery. I do want to reuse the inner fender wells, so once I figure out, you know, the angle of the fenders, then I can, you know, trim that accordingly and make it work, because I don't want to leave anything open down here. I like to have those fenders, so we'll see. I think I can make it work. And then I got some stuff here that's probably not really in the way that much. I got a dirty old air filter. But yeah, so I'll have to figure out where I'm going to put the battery and all that good stuff. I might just put the battery, I don't know, maybe back there by the firewall. It seems like a pretty good spot. I think I might have enough room somewhere, I don't know, back there, but I can make a little tray or something. But anyways, that's it. So I don't know, it's going to be fun. And so when I pull the engine out here, any kind of, you know, wiring issues that I have, or burnt loom and stuff like that, I'll readdress that. And I want to do something better here, build a better heat shield. I just found that heat shield laying around. I wrapped it with header wrap just because it was getting kind of close to the headers. It just, the stuff you deal with running headers, I guess, you know what I mean? So I think with headers, with the iron LS1, it's pretty fresh, it's balanced, it's good to go. It's got a, you know, just a stock LS1. It's pretty much all LS1. It's got LS1 heads, LS1 cam, fresh pistons, freshly bored out from the machine shop. Just the iron LS1. It's going to work. I think it's going to work really good in here, and I'm looking forward to a little bit more low end. Now I know it's not going to be like a torque monster, but you know, I think with this cam and this engine, you know, I'm getting what, like 23 more cubes, and we're picking up like 3 liters, right? So you know, but that's it. So yeah, I don't know, I'm gonna have to figure it out and figure out how much I can take out and figure out what's gonna work and what's not gonna work. So like I said, this front area is gonna be a lot more work than doing the flatbed. So I don't know what I'm going to tackle. I'll probably tackle the flatbed first, and then that way, you know, I can still, and then figure out my fuel system and stuff, and then maybe move it up to the front, because when I do the engine, then I got all the, you know, I'm going to pull the core support and everything out anyway, so that's going to come out too. I've thought about running my old stacked headlight one, since, you know, I can like hack that one up and I'd still retain this one, but, you know, I don't know. I don't really think that's that big of a deal. I'll probably just, I like these lights a little bit, the light setup here, because I'll still have my turn signals and stuff. So anyways, that's it. Yeah, so you guys take care. We'll get after the sucker soon. We'll start on this flatbed and relocating the tank and building some brackets and stuff for it, and that's it.